Hi, lovely people. This is Olga with AskYourSoul.org, and today I felt really compelled to do a video with a message from your angels. So I will be right back with your pick a card reading. Okay, dogs, I'm back, and I have 3 piles of cards. So if you've never done this before, please use your intuition and just choose one of these. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. Whichever one just popped into your mind. It could be just a number, or you could just feel an energetic connection with one of them. So whichever one it is, trust that that's the message for you. And all of the timestamps are below the video. They're in the description box as per usual. Okay, so without further ado, let's do pile number 1. And I pulled a total of 4 cards for each one. Okay, let's see. Relationship harmony, counselor, passion, and what do we have here? Am I focused on what I want most? Okay. So to me, this feels like a relationship reading, to be honest, because, I see relationship harmony and passion and even counselor. It's like if you've been experiencing some challenges in your relationships, most likely your love relationship, but it could be your friends as well or someone else, just family relationships, for example. Then, first of all, it looks like you are very good at getting people to understand and hear your position without making them feel like crap. That's a useful skill for sure. And also, the fact that it says, am I focused on what I want most? That tells me that you're kind of being encouraged to really change the way that you see the situation with this person, because if you're feeling discouraged and you don't feel understood and you kind of feel like it's not working out or whatever for some reason, then you are asked to really look at the situation from a point of view of gratitude. Like, is there anything that you could potentially be grateful for in the situation? What are you focusing on the most? And I'm also going to read this message. It says, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Tony Robbins. Oh my God. I could have totally guessed that that was him. That's an awesome quote. And today's soul action for you is what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments and prioritize? Yeah, so this is not only focusing on the positives and the relationships, I feel like. So I just had this idea after reading this one that if you were considering becoming a counselor or psychologist or a psychotherapist, and if you're kind of like thinking about it but you're not sure, then this message could mean for you that you would be really great as a relationship counselor. And what's been being asked of you though is that you actually go with that full force and keep studying, keep learning, keep doing whatever you can to get to the point of becoming a counselor. Because it seems like you might be interested sort of, but not really, or you've started and then it got difficult and then you're kind of maybe I don't even want it after all. And I can totally relate. I'm exactly the same way. And I just was listening to this video by, I don't know if you know this channel, London Real. Well, hopefully it's not going to be banned by the time this reading comes out. But he was just talking about a quote. I think it was this sports guy who said that. But basically the quote is that most people stop at 40%. 40% of your potential, 40% of your capacity to do what you want to do. And it sucks because if we only held on a little longer, if we only told ourselves, no, you know what, I'm gonna keep going even if it gets hard, even if it gets annoying, even if I don't have enough time, no matter what, I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens, then I feel like we could achieve so much more, infinitely more in our lives than we do now. Of course, it doesn't apply to everybody, but I would say that applies to most people, at least most people that I know. And I think one of the problems with that is that you're never 100% sure if whatever it is that you're trying to commit to, like if that's the right quote unquote thing for you, you know what I mean? And if you're kind of contemplative, which I'm assuming you probably are if you're watching this video, and if you're just not sure, like, oh, is this even for me? You know, I really, really encourage you to just give it your best shot. Like, give it your best try and see what happens. And don't give up before you've given it your absolute best, you know, to a point where, yes, you may not see results just yet, but you're like, I'm still going. I'm still going to do this for as long as I possibly can, even without any like feedback or results, just to see how far I can go with this. And in that would lie your power. So whether this is your relationship we're talking about, or it's a hobby, or, you know, a passion that you're thinking about pursuing, or you have started to pursue and feel like you should be maybe giving up, definitely try to stick it out for as long as you possibly can and do your best. And don't expect results too soon, okay? Because that's the problem. That's what happens. We expect results, we don't see them like soon enough, and we get discouraged and we don't want to do it anymore. So that's, you know, basically the message that I feel is important for you to understand. But also in terms of your relationships, I think this is a really, really positive spread, because it says that your angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved and arguments and conflicts are being resolved right now, and that you should trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. You know, I wish this was a more personal reading where I knew like a specific question I would be answering, but since this is a pick a card reading, that's pretty much as specific as I can get, you know? So whether this is a relationship or a passion of yours, or even a hobby of yours that you're really interested in, you're definitely being encouraged to go for it. You're definitely being encouraged to give it your best shot and not give up too soon. Yeah, I hope this resonates. I would love to hear it in the comments if it does. That would be awesome. And thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal reading, please reach out to me via askyoursoul.org. Otherwise, I'm going to go on to pile number 2. Okay, here we go with pile number 2. And again, we'll have 4 cards. Okay, so this one actually makes me think of you wondering if you should keep doing what you've been doing or if you should change something in your life. And the reason I'm saying is that I see career transition here, and it says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So definitely some changes going on in your world, and I think this message is one of encouragement more than anything, because it says, hey, like, everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, even if you don't think it is. And this card is adorable. It says, hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. This may not necessarily mean people who have passed over, although it totally could. But this could just mean your guides and angels, you know, who are being supportive of you and who are telling you like, hey, don't worry, everything is gonna work out, dude. And then this one, to whom am I comparing myself right now? And I feel like most of us are guilty as charged with this one, because it's so hard not to compare ourselves. Like, that's our ego, of course, hard at work. But you know, like, you just have to remember that you have your own path in this lifetime. It's your own divine path that may feel like it's taken forever, and it's really hard to, like, understand where you are on that path, on that journey, because maybe you feel like you're not even on it yet, but you are, and that's the thing. So let me see, like, what else it actually says on here. So it says, what you're able to see in another is only visible because it's within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. And it says today's soul action is, today, stop comparing and start creating. Because can you imagine how much more productive we would be if all the energy that we dedicate to comparing ourselves to other people, we would dedicate to actually creating something of our own? My God, that would be like humongously productive way to spend time. So If you are feeling this nudge from the universe that you might need to change what you've been doing, it could be a job, it could be a hobby, it could be anything in between, but something needs to change. And maybe you are feeling it, maybe you know that it does, but instead of actually like taking proactive action, you are comparing yourself to someone else who might be like on a totally, completely different path than you, and who might seem like they're way, way, way ahead of you, but it's got nothing to do with you, you know? Like, this is their path and this is yours. So the more you focus on really tuning into your heart and figuring out what is it that like really calls to you, what is it that makes you feel curious and interested and excited. It's almost like something that you can't not do. You know what I mean? Even if you see that it's not as successful as you would like for it to be, it's still something that you feel like you have to keep going and you have to keep trying it out, for better or for worse. And that's what true commitment is. So definitely ask for more help from your guides and angels, or maybe even your loved ones who have passed over. And also be kinder to yourself, please. Be more gentle and kinder to yourself, and know that you are on the right path. You have to remember that even if it doesn't seem like divine order to you, you know, we just can't know the big picture, right? Until much, much later. So for now, the best you can do is really trust that you are on this divine path for a reason, and that you are being loved and supported, and that whatever change is happening in your life, it is for the best. It is for the best. Even though it might feel very uncertain, even though it might feel kind of like weird and make you feel insecure, that's okay. Change often does, you know, that's the whole point of change. Just like pushes us out of our comfort zone. And that's where most of the growth happens. So please don't compare yourself to anyone else. It's not about them. It's about you, and it's about what you want and how you want to proceed and how you want to live your life and what you want to do in it. So I hope that resonates with you guys. And if you'd like a more personalized reading, please reach out to me via askyoursoul.org. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and good luck to you with everything. Sending you much love and light and everything in between, but mostly light. And hope to see you soon in my next videos. Bye! Okay, and we're moving on to pile number 3, the last one. Let's see what we got. Remember who you are. Beautiful card. Spiritual understanding. Take back your power. Oh, and then this one is, who can I serve today? What a beautiful, beautiful message. Well, I love this. It has a very strong, supportive vibe to it. And wherever you are on the spiritual journey that we're all on, basically. I mean, it seems like you're pretty far ahead, you know, as compared to many other people. But it's almost like you're being asked to really take it up a notch, and to start doing more work for others, and to focus on how you can serve others. But I love that it says, remember who you are, Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You're very loved. You know that? And then I hope you've been paying attention to like signs and symbols and everything in between, because it looks like Archangel Raziel is sending you a ton of esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. And by the way, the same archangel, that might be one of your helpers actually, like one of your archangel helpers. And he says, take your power back, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. It's almost like reminding you of how spiritually strong you are, and how much you have to share, and how much you've already learned. And the fact that there are people who really need you right now, really need your message. They really need you to keep going, even if it's hard, even if you don't feel totally sure if you should. It looks like you're really being encouraged to pay attention to what's going on around you and really tune in more to the spiritual world, you know? This one, let's also read, who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. So who needs you today? And your soul action for today is listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. I love this. This makes me think of like giving something to a homeless person, it just feels so good. Like, yes, I know there's a ton of arguments for and against, but I just feel like it's none of my business how they're going to spend that money. Honestly, it's not. What can I control in the situation? I can either like help them with money or not help them, right? And when it feels right to do that, when it like really resonates with my heart and I just look at them and I'm like, I can't believe we even live in a world where we have homeless people, which I know sounds super naive, especially at my age. But I'm just saying, like, we have all the freaking resources for everyone to live with a home, have enough food to eat, and just like have all the basic necessities you need for life. We have that. We definitely have that and more. And yet somehow, we just really fucked up. Like, I feel like one of the functions of those homeless people that I see is to evoke in us a feeling of support and love and wanting to help, That's just me. I don't know. I've heard some people get like really mad about this whole issue because they're like, they're just druggies, blah, blah. Well, first of all, it's none of my business how they're going to spend their money. And secondly, they didn't become druggies, etc. from having an awesome, easy life, right? So like instead of helping them in any way, we just say like mean things and move on. And I just don't, well, not we, but some people do, and it's just not right. I feel like it's almost like a test of your kindness in a way, like every time you see someone you could be helping and you choose not to help them for whatever reason. I mean, of course there are times when you like literally can't, like physically for some like really valid reason. But if it's not really a valid reason and you just don't help and then you just move on. What does that say about you? It's not about that person even. It's more about us. But I'm sure whoever is watching this video and this reading, they're not like that at all. I'm sure you guys are like really kind, nice, caring, spiritual beings who actually want to help others. That's hopefully whoever is watching my videos. So anyway, going back to this message, I am feeling a lot of support from your archangels and guides. They're just very much like, hey, like you got this. Whatever it is you're doing, keep going, be very clear about what you're doing and whom you are serving. And I think that's a really great thing to think about just in general, because sometimes we get so into our own head, especially when trying to figure out like our life purpose and stuff like that we forget that almost everything we do has to do with other people as well. You know what I mean? It usually impacts other people as well. So like you have to really think about like the kind of impact you are going to have on others with whatever work you're doing, whether it's a hobby and it's not paid, it's just something you do for fun, or it's your actual work, So yeah, this is a very encouraging message, and I hope you do remember how loved you are and how supported you are, and that you take the time to focus on what it is that people need from you personally, because I'm sure there is something, like some kind of gifts that you've come here to give, and others could really, really use them right now, especially right now. We live in such a weird ass time. So anything positive that you can do for other people, I'm sure will appreciate it. So that's that. I hope it resonated with you guys, and if you'd like a more personalized reading, please reach out to me via askyoursoul.org. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you could like and subscribe if you actually enjoyed this video. It would really mean a lot to me. And I don't know, even just to see some comments finally, like it's been a while and I'm kind of like waiting for a universe to give me feedback on these videos. And so far it's been so quiet. very disheartening. But anyways, I'm just gonna do my best. What else can I do, right? Anyway, so thank you again so much for watching, and I'm sending you so much love and light, and wishing you all the best. Have an awesome day or night, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye!